Marine 2nd Platoon. I'm Sergeant Martin, and this is an unclassified mission briefing regarding Route Blue. Our platoon, 2nd Platoon, has been tasked to ambush and destroy an enemy squad to prevent the enemy from influencing the company's decisive operation. So we will begin our movement at our start point, which is our patrol base right here. We will maneuver southwest to the start of the spur, which is checkpoint 1, which is about 256 meters at bearing 246. All the following bearings will be in magnetic. Following that, we will take the spur down until we see the road, which is about 500 meters at bearing 163. All the following formations will be platoon, squad, fire team, platoon, squad, column, fire team, wedge, and the order of movement will be first squad, weapon squad, second squad, and third squad. We will be in traveling overwatch. Before the LDA, we'll stop and do an LDA crossing at the point where there's most cover, which will most likely be right here. Following that, we will go up the spur, which is the beginning of checkpoint 3. From checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3 is about 426 meters, and as I said, we'll be crossing an LDA, so we will be open. Enemy contact is not expected, so we'll be in traveling overwatch. And then from checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4, we'll maneuver up the spur until we get close to this hill, which is about another 793 meters at a bearing of 191. And we'll also be in traveling overwatch because enemy contact is not expected. From there, we'll maneuver down into this valley or spur, and then we'll handrail the river up to checkpoint 5, which is about a 488 meter movement at a bearing of 197. Following that, we'll continue to follow the spur following the river until we reach checkpoint 6, which is at the base of this hill, and that is about another 650 meter movement at a bearing of 176. The key terrain in this area is the hill, but enemy contact is not expected. Following that, we'll maneuver from the base of this hill to checkpoint 7, which is a pretty decent movement. It's about 1,300 meters at a bearing of 138, and we will have to cross an LDA along that route. However, enemy contact is still not expected, so we'll still be in traveling overwatch. And from checkpoint 7, we will maneuver along the top of this hill and going down this spur, avoiding the rivers because it is summertime and the rivers are going to be full. And that will be around a 1,300 meter movement at 77 degrees. There's another LDA we have to cross, but enemy contact is still possible, so we will still be in traveling overwatch. Following that, from checkpoint 8 to checkpoint 9, we'll maneuver over this hill, and then right at this hill we'll stop, and then we'll have to follow the spur down. That is about another 447 meter movement at a bearing of 109. And then from that, checkpoint 9 to checkpoint 10, we'll follow the spur here all the way down until we get to checkpoint 10. It also contains an LDA movement, and there is a close intersection which enemies could be maneuvered on. And this is about another 1,176 meter movement at a bearing of 220. Following this, we will follow this spur up to the top of this hill to checkpoint 11, which is about another 422 meter movement at a bearing of 75. Again, enemy contact is still possible, so we'll be traveling overwatch. From checkpoint 11 to checkpoint 12, we'll be maneuvering on the top of this hill following it for about 1,000 meters at a bearing of 148. And then from checkpoint 12 to checkpoint 13, we'll still be handrailing the top of this hill for about 1,000 meters at a bearing of 173. Following that, we'll move down this spur to our rally point, which is about another 300 meters at a bearing of 95. And then from our rally point, we'll be moving to our ORP, which is across a river in LDA, and it's about a 520 meter movement at a bearing of 145. And then enemy contact is expected, so we'll remain traveling.